Woosa, wake up South Africa. You've been sleeping far too long. Wake up South Africa. Now come along and sing this song. Wake up South Africa.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you again for joining us today. Today's Sunday Inspiration. Today we'll be joined by His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami, and I'm your host today, Khosi and Tiredi. And once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prithai Bhutale Simate. Bhakti Church Swami Chinnaminamis. Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Shitanmine. Shigaura Karana Sakti Bhakti Tirtitinami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prithai Bhutale. Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi. Gauravani Pracharin. Nirvise Sasanyavadi. Pastatya De Satarin. Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyanan Jana Salakaya Chakshulan Militam Jana Tasmi Sigravena Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhistam Sapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadama Yamdadati Swapatantikam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaura Bhakti Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We are very grateful to be with all of you this morning, in some places, and this afternoon, in other places. Whatever may be our geographical situations, we are connected in Krishna consciousness at all times. So today we are looking at the mood we should maintain for this month of Kartik. What is the Kartik mood that every devotee should maintain? The mood should be of appreciation. Should be of appreciation, appreciating what our acharyas have done, particularly His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, the founder and acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. No one knows, even in India, no one knows the importance of Krishna. Very, very rare people know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. I'm talking among the Indians. What about outside India? No one knows something about reincarnation, and during the time of Christianity, if you talk about reincarnation, there's a death penalty for that. Or you talk about karma, the death penalty. King James, who is the author? Can you imagine the author of a Revised Standard Bible? Who is not a Christian, not a follower of Jesus, has the authority on the scripture, something talking about God. So it's death penalty for anyone who talk about karma, you talk about reincarnation. But today, there's no death penalty, but it's a glorification for someone to talk about reincarnation or talk about karma. Why? Because of the costless mercy of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So He made Krishna known to the whole world, and He made Krishna accessible. He made Krishna accessible, and He has given Krishna to the world. And for this, He designed so many ways, like He said, we should devise so many ways to present Krishna consciousness. He designed so many ways to present Krishna consciousness. He introduced the importance of Kartik, a special month. And Sanatana Goswami, he quoted from so many scriptures, Skanda Purana, Padma Purana, and many other scriptures in his book, Hadi Bhakti Vilas, about the importance of Kartik and how to observe it. So the Prophet gave this to us, these jewels, he gave it to us. So what should be our mood? Our mood should be of that of appreciation of what we have received, what has been made available to us. And how do we show appreciation for something? One way we can do is to externally speak so well about it, which is very common for everybody to do. We can speak so much about it and glorify it and make it available for others. That is one way. We can write a little book about it. That is one way, but that is external. The real way for appreciating something is to do it. Meaning that the best way we can appreciate what our charities are giving to us, especially in this month of Kartik and Damodara month, is to fully observe and follow the rules and the regulations given to us by our chariots. Sanatana Goswami is speaking from Hari Bhakti Vilas, quoting from Skanda Purana. Oh, great sage, a Vaishnava who with devotion serves Kartik delivers his ancestors from hell. That is positive. The negative. And a person who does not observe a Kartik will send the family ancestor to hell. That's negative. But we should not take the negative side, we should take the positive. Especially with the devotees, we should take the positive. To follow the vows of Kartik. That means we should give our time. We should give our time. We should give our mind. We should give our intelligence. We should give our strength. We should give our time, our life to this Kartik by following the rules and regulations. Because according to Padma Purana, there is no month like Kartik. That means that the whole 11th month depends on this 1 month, Damodara month, the Kartik. So there's no one which is equal to this. There's no Vrad which is equal to this. There is no vow, there's no charity. There's no austerity which is equal to the austerity performed or the austerity of observing Kartik Vrad. To anyone who even slightly worshipped Lord Vishnu during this time, the month of Kartika gives residence in Lord Vishnu's transcendental abode. As everyone knows, Lord Damodara loves his devotees. Lord Damodara's month, the month of Kartik, also loves the devotees. The month of Kartik thinks even the slightest devotional service is very big and important. That means that this month, any little thing we do is multiplied that by thousands. Any little thing we do in this month, multiplied by thousands. Tipina pihi jatrasho Priyate Hari Ishwara Shugitam cha tadatieva Paradipa Prabodhanat. Lord Krishna is pleased by the offering of a single lamp during the month of Kartik. Lord Krishna glorifies anyone who light a lamp for someone else to offer. Just to light a lamp. What effort do we need to make to light a lamp for somebody to offer? Even if you are not yourself offering the lamp, But lighting a lamp for someone to offer to Lord Damodara, you have immense benefits. What if you yourself offer the lamp to Lord Damodara? Unlimited benefit, eternal benefits. And someone is offering lamp to Lord Damodara and he gets off. If he helps the person to light it, immense benefit. What charity can one do to give us such opportunity? So charity, jagya, japa, and austerity performed in the month of Kartik brings a result or base of brahmanas that will never be destroyed. Never be destroyed. Permanent result. Oh, Narada, I have personally seen that the person who happily reads Bhagavad Gita in the month of Kartik does not return to the world of birth and death. To read Bhagavad Gita, we have Bhagavad Gita. To read Bhagavad Gita in this month, Lord Krishna said, such a person will never return again to this material world. Can't we just look at this very carefully and see what it means? To read Bhagavad Gita in this month. To read Bhagavad Gita in this month. That person will never return back to this place of birth and death. Never. The gate of Vaikuntha is widely opened. While the gate leading to material existence is closed permanently for a person who reads Bhagavad Gita in this moment. What if you read Srimad Bhagavatam along with that? A person who during the month of Kartik reads the 1,000 holy names of Lord Hari and the story of Gajendra's liberation does not take birth again. Many times devotees ask me, where is the connection between Gajendra Moksha and the Kartik? What is the connection? Because Gajendra, the pastime is in the 8th canto, and Damodara pastime is in the 10th canto. Where do they connect? Gajendra got liberated in Satya Yuga, and the Kartik is Krishna performed this in Kali Yuga this time, 5,000 years ago. So what is the connection between? And when you read the passage of Gajendra, there is nothing mentioned. There's no mention of Damodara inside. So where is the connection? What is this? What we're hearing that the person who during the month of Kartik reads the 1,000 holy names of Lord Hari and the story of Gajendra's liberation does not take birth again. Oh, great sage, please give up all other religious practice and simply hear the sacred scriptures in the presence of the deity Lord Krishna during the month of Kartik. So what is the connection? The connection is Gajendra got liberated simply by chanting the mantra which he has practiced in the past life. And in the present life, he simply offered a flower because that was the only thing available for him. He was in a very helpless situation, very difficult situation. He was trapped by a crocodile. There's nothing he could do than whatever was available. That is a great fortune that even at that difficult situation, he remembered that I should welcome the Lord. And he offered flower to Lord Vishnu. So what is the situation of Gajendra? He was trapped by the crocodile very strongly, that although he was so powerful, he couldn't escape because he was in the wrong environment. Similarly, we are all in the wrong environment. In the material world, it's a wrong environment for all spiritual. And we are trapped by the lucid energy of Krishna very strongly that one can never escape on our own. Krishna used the word Durataya, and proper translated the word almost impossible. Drakaya, almost impossible. Why Prabhupada did not say impossible? Because there is Krishna factor. That is the clause. Therefore, Prabhupada said almost impossible. Because it is possible by surrendering to Lord Krishna. So all of us, conditions, so we are trapped by the illusory energy of Krishna, and we can never escape without surrendering to Krishna. So in the month of Kartik, Lord Krishna will liberate whoever offer him lamp, just a lamp, with the mantra like Gajendra did. Gajendra, he offered a flower and he chanted the mantra. So we are also chanting damodarastakam. We are offering lamp to Lord Krishna. So we'll be delivered from the stringent law of material nature. Stringent, Papa used that word. Stringent laws of material nature means something we cannot escape. Like Gajendra, he couldn't escape the clutches of crocodile. So we cannot also cross the material ocean, but by worshiping Lord Krishna, we will easily, we will easily cross over materialization. We'll be liberated like a Gajendra. So now you can understand the connection between Damodara, Lila, and Gajendra. The same process. As he was liberated, we also stand to be liberated if we follow this. We follow this auspicious month of Kartik by offering regularly, without fail, every day. It's simple line, simple lamp to Krishna, and you are considered especially fortunate if you are using Tulasi as your ghee lamp to offer to Lord Krishna. There is no chance of your coming back to this material. There is no chance. If you are offering Tulasi stick instead of Dhira, instead of a ghee with a clay pot, the Tulasi is more auspicious. Tulasi is more auspicious, so special, that if you use that in offering, please let us be fully convinced that there is no more birth and death for such a rare soul. Padma Purana continues. A person who, for the entire month of Kartik, rises early, bathes, controls his senses, remains peaceful, chant japa, and eat only Habishya, become free from all sins. Habishya, sinless food, no grains. No grains if it's possible. No grains. It is possible if only if our mind is cheating us. Otherwise, it is possible. If it's not possible, no human being will do it. It is possible because many people are doing it. So it is possible. A person who, for the entire month of Kartik, eats only once a day becomes very famous, very powerful, and very heroic. And powerful, famous, heroic, it's not that of the material world. Adolf Hitler was very, very powerful. He was famous and heroic, but he didn't come back to God. So we're not talking about that. We are talking about the devotee. Devotees are famous. Devotees are famous, confirmed by Damodara. Sujajam have to ask him, who are the famous people in the world? The most famous person. So the devotees. And His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj addressed devotees as spiritual warriors, the heroes. And we are powerful because we are representing Krishna, or we are under the shelter of Krishna. We are powerful. That is what we are looking at. A person who, during the month of Kartik, eat from a palasa leaf plate becomes free from all sins. Lord Hari, the all-powerful Supreme Personality of Godhead, forgives thousands of offenses and a host of terrible sins committed by one who worship Him during the month of Kartik. A person who to Lord Vishnu offers delicious payasa made with sugar and ghee, and then eat the remnant left by the Lord, attains the result of performing every day a great yajna. Lord Krishna explained to Satyabhama, one of his queens in Dwarka, they who during the month of Kartik bathe keep an all-night vigil, offer lands, and protect a Tulasi forest, attain spiritual form like Lord Vishnu. If one maintains the Tulsi garden, some temples they have a Tulsi garden. In Mauritius, a very beautiful Tulsi garden in a Krishna Balaram temple. Very beautiful, big, very nice, so nicely protected. You want to take care of that is a great fortune to do that. Here in Lagos, we have a very beautiful Tulsi garden, along with Gordon. They are all in one place, so nice, so nicely designed. Tulsi garden. So you see the importance of Tulsi. Krishna himself is speaking. They who during the month of Kartik bathe keep an all-night vigil, offer limes, and protect the Tulsi forest. If you want to maintain Tulsi garden, or want to take care of Tulsi, even in the pot, if you take care of Tulsi in this month, especially in this month, attain spiritual form like the Vishnus. They who for 3 days do this pious deed are offered all respect by the demigods. What then can be said of those who have performed these pious deeds for their entire lives? So we should understand the importance of all the things we do, of all the things we do in Christian consciousness. In Christian consciousness, they have meaning. All of them has meaning. The arti we do has meanings. In our arti plate, we have varieties of items. We have incense, we have ghee lamp, we have water, we have handkerchief, we have chamara, we have flowers, and we have peacock feather. All of them has meaning. All of them. Why we do these things, they have meaning and very, very auspicious. That is why we do them. Particularly, especially for this morning, we are talking of lamb. And of all the items we should offering to Krishna, the ghee lamp is the king. So some devotees, they spend less time in offering other items, while they spend more time in offering the ghee lamp because that is the king. So they give more attention to offering the ghee lamp. The ghee represents ignorance. The wig represents our body. And the light represents knowledge, it represents Krishna consciousness. So when we offer the ghee lamp to Krishna, we are destroying our ignorance. We are transforming our material existence. And we are approaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, Rupa Goswami, he gave the blessing that anyone who looks at Lord Krishna lotus face when the ghee lamp is offered will not take birth again in this material. What of if one does this in this month of Kartik, in the Damodara month? That the ghee lamp we are offering, we should look at Krishna's lotus face more more attentively. Yet we offer to the lotus feet, we offer to the navel, we offer to the lotus face, and we also offer 7 times around the body. But more attention should be given to the lotus feet of Krishna. If one does this in this month, especially in this month, it is no question of coming to this month. So lamp is so important, so important. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, you will see that Lord Krishna placed the three modes of material nature above devotional service. The three modes of material nature is chapter 14, and devotional service in chapter 12. Because the mode of nature, one cannot do devotional service without transcending the mode of nature. You cannot do devotional service. Devotional service begins after transcending the mode of nature. So it is very important for all conditioned souls. So Krishna places it high, giving indication, the hint that we should try to control to overcome the three mode of nature, for us to be able to do perfect, pure devotional service. So the glories of Akashidipa. A person who places a great lamp high in the sky during the month of Kartik takes all his relatives with him to Vishnu Loka. And if it is difficult to place it there, some breeze and so many difficulties are there. One can place it near your altar. One can place it near your altar. And here's the mantra: as we are offering the lamb to Lord Krishna, and we should do this every day. As we are offering lamb to Lord Krishna, we should chant this mantra: Namo Nantaya Veda Se. Namo Nantaya Veda Se. Everybody should repeat it. Namo Nantaya Veda Se. So we should repeat it every day. We should chant it every day while we are offering lamb to Lord Damodara. Every day. So we explain to devotees where we are here, that it is better for us to concentrate. First, concentrate and chant the Astakam very nicely with the full mind. Everything should be done from the mind. What the full mind? You'll see in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna requested. Krishna didn't say, give me your hand, give me your head, give me your lotus feet, give me your chest. Krishna said, give me your mind. Give me the mind. Because the mind is the king of all the senses. So we should do things with our mind. And Krishna requested that in many places in Bhagavad Gita. With a mind and intelligence fixed on me. So we advise devotees, we should fix our mind consciously chanting the damodarastakam. And after that, then we can mindfully also offer the lamb to Lord Damodara, chanting this mantra, Namo Nantaya Vedase. And there's another mantra also to offer lamb to the sky. To offer the lamb to the sky. Yes. Obeisance to the unlimited, to the supreme creator, the devotees offer a lamb to Lord Damodara and the goddess of fortune in the sky. Namo, that is obeisances. To who? Anantaya, not Ananta, the unlimited supreme personality. And Veda said, the supreme creator and the goddess of fortune. wherever one may be, by bathing, giving charity, or especially by worshiping the Lord during the month of Kartik, one attains the result of performing an Agnihotra Yajna. Not many people will have the opportunity to do this. The Yajna was forbidden in this state because you don't have money to spend for making Yajna, or a qualified Brahmana to do the Yajna perfectly. In a month of Kartik and worshiping Lord Damodara cover all these things and beyond. That even though we don't know how to chant the mantra, Veda say it's not difficult for anyone to chant. We don't need to go to a Sanskrit school to get it. It's already given here. We can chant that and offer lamb to Lord Damodara. It is more than any jagya that one can perform. After all, we are disqualified from doing that. But this is the best we can do. That is why Srila Vyasadeva was glorifying Kali Yuga. Vyasadeva, he glorified Kali Yuga because in Kali Yuga, especially this particular one which we are in, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in this one. So he must glorify it. And what was not possible in Satyak, in Treta, and Dwapara is possible in this Kali Yuga, which is considered the worst of all the ages. Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here, and with all these facilities given to us, we are very, very fortunate. Oh, sages, other holy cities bring similar results. The district of Mathura, however, is different because Lord Krishna revealed his Damodara presence in the district of Mathura. It's special. This is special. It's not available at other time, other places, in other rituals, in other jagyas, but it is available here. Observing the vow of Kartik in Mathura brings love for Lord Krishna. In this way, the best result is obtained in Mathura. And we should not be disturbed to hear Mathura Vrindavan, because presently some of us are not in Vrindavan, not in Mathura. So that means my offering is not considered. No, Papa has created for us Vrindavan everywhere. So where we are is not Vrindavan. Because what is Vrindavan? The place where Krishna's activities are being performed. Chanting the holy name, glorifying the Supreme Lord, reciting the scriptures. That is Vrindavan. A place where people constantly talk of Krishna, think of Krishna, hear about Krishna, they worship Krishna, they enjoy with Krishna. That is Vrindavan. As Prayag should be served in the month of Magha, January, February. And as Ganges and Ganga should be served in the month of Vaisakha, April, May. So Mathura should be served in the month of Kartik. Nothing is better than service of Mathura in Kartik. Nothing. Oh Brahmana, it is rare that one is allowed to spend a month of Kartik in Mathura. To they who worship him in Mathura during Kartik, Lord Krishna reveals his own transcendental form to the devotees who worship him in other places. Lord Krishna gives happiness and liberation, but he does not give devotional service. For devotional service turns him into a devotee servant. Still, one can very easily attain devotional service by one worshiping Lord Damodara in Mathura during Kartik. In Kartik Mahatmya, Lord Krishna tells Satyabhama, one should diligently follow the vow of Kartik, which begins on the Shukla Ekadasi of the month of Ashwini. In this vow, one should rise at the end of night, waken the deity with prayers, and then offer arati. In the company of other Vaishnavas in the morning, one should happily hear about the religion of devotion, service to Lord Vishnu, singing songs glorifying Lord Vishnu, and offer arati to Lord Vishnu. Then one should go to a river or other source of water to perform achamana. That is for those who are not for devotees who are living, who are practicing Krishna consciousness. We're already doing all these things, but we have to expand it in this month. Oh Lord Damodara, oh Lord who rescue the devotee from suffering, oh Master of the demigods, to please you and Goddess Radha, I shall bathe every morning during the month of Kartik. And taking a vow according to our means, according to our different means, to reduce the demands of our body and increase our spiritual demand. This is the way we can appreciate this month. And this is the mood one should maintain. I want to reduce the demands of my body so I can focus more. I can become more Krishna conscious. I can get closer to Krishna, especially in this month that offers one the highest benefit for any good thing that one does. Without taking vows, very dangerous. Very dangerous. One must take vows, and sincerely try to follow it. One who follows it to the end is sure to get the message of Krishna. That which is very difficult to get other time, it is easily gotten by this time. Because we should know that the Srimati Radharani is predominating this 1 month. She is the presiding deity of Kartik. And we know that she is the one who controls Krishna. She's the one who served Krishna the most, the one who satisfied Krishna completely. She's the one who is the be all and end all of Krishna. So whoever is recommended by Srimati Radha to Krishna, Krishna will never say no. So this is our time to act in such a way that Srimati Radha will be very, very pleased to recommend it to Krishna. Krishna, see him and see her, please. Show them your merciful glance. This is the time to get this opportunity. Krishna, please show them your merciful glance. Bestow good fortune upon us. Yes. Vrajina Kartike Masi Sanatasya Idhavan Mama Damodara Glina Argyam Danu Jendras Nishudanan. Oh Lord Damodara, oh killer of the kings of the demons, please accept this argya that I, who have bet and who follow this vow properly, offer to you. It's mantra chant. And this one, very, very powerful. Nitye naimitike Krishne Kartike Papa Sosane Grihanargamaya Datam Radhaya Sahito Hari. O Lord Krishna, accompanied by Goddess Radha, please accept this argya I offer to you. May the regular and occasional duties I perform during this month of Kartik dry up all my sins. Nitye, that is our regular our regular duties, nitty, our regular duties, we do the chanting Hare Krishna mantra, doing service of Krishna, hearing the scriptures, and other activities. These are our regular activities which we are going to do for life. And Naimitika, the occasional activities which we do, the occasional one. And like this month, it's not every month. Kartik Vrat is not every month. So it's a Vrat, is a vow which we do once a while, not every day. So both of them, both the occasional activities and the regular activities which you do as devotees, Lord Krishna, so please use this opportunity by the costly mercy of Srimati Radharani to destroy all our sins, so we can become a better devotee. And become a better devotee who will satisfy Lord Krishna with our devotional activities, with devotional service. Everything about us will become auspicious. And those who are very, very fortunate, they don't keep their fortune. Those who are very, very fortunate, they dispute their fortune. So we see pure devotees, they priest extensively just to share the fortune of Krishna consciousness which we have. So we become empowered to distribute Krishna all over the world. Hare Krishna. Shall I stop here?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, yes, you can give a little, yes, you can. We'll check for any questions.
All right.
But I would just like to say, Maharaj, thank you very much for just reminding us the importance of this human body that we have, and that the importance of this month, and how, we should really, really consider in us taking time to read Bhagavad Gita, us taking time to offer the lambs, and how important, or how actually Krishna is giving us so much mercy during this month, and how fortunate we are that not everyone is able to actually hear this message, and that today we've been granted the opportunity to be reminded of, the importance again of this human life and what should actually be done. So thank you very much. I really enjoyed the class, and the panel is open for any questions. You can have your hand up, and then we will attend to this. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please can you unmute yourself and Bala Krishna, and then you can ask your question.
You're muted. You're still muted.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, can you please unmute yourself?
I'm okay.
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, very happy to see you.
Thank you very much. It's an honor for me to, hear you speak about this very wonderful Kartik Month of Damodara. So my question is, as a person who comes from who's an African and who comes from that background of African culture, and the practices. So how guaranteed that our ancestors, they understand this Krishna consciousness and that they want us to follow it, and because sometimes it seems like there's some contradiction, that there are certain things that we practice, and then in Krishna consciousness, it's completely like, different. How is it that we are aware of this Krishna consciousness? Because there are certain things that, that we were taught, and the ancestors, do they agree with this Krishna consciousness, or will they accept us, as like following, this Vaishnava culture? Because they most of them are not familiar, especially during this time that we are in.
If you look African culture closely, you will see that we are worshippers of different demigods and different elementals, worshiping ancestors, forefathers, Africans does this, which is Vedic. Demigod worship is prominent. And the problem is that in India there is they are very close. They have the scripture to support the rituals they do, but we are more distant and don't have the scriptures to back what we do.
Krishna, everyone, sorry, I think Maharaj's screen is frozen. Just waiting up until things get back to normal, and then we'll carry on shortly. In the meantime, you can all prepare a question, and when Maharaj is back, he'll be able to attend to those. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Sorry for the disconnection. Yes, we're saying that we in my village we worship Durga, but we don't have any scriptural backing. So it's something we do in ignorance. But the result was there. But when I came to Krishna Consciousness, I can easily understand it was Durga worship we have been doing. So what I mean is that we don't understand because we don't have the scripture to back what we are doing. Therefore, we think it is different from the Vedas. So if you understand the Vedas very closely, then you understand what is Krishna Consciousness. So Krishna Consciousness is the ultimate end of everything that we do. So Krishna Consciousness will be difficult for any African person to understand, if not because of their Christian mentality. That is a problem. It's a Christian mentality that has spoiled Africans. Like they do other places, they did to India also, they did to other places. So that is a problem. So if we remove a Christian mentality from our mood, we'll easily understand Krishna Consciousness. How? We do deity, we have idols to worship. The perfection of idol worship is deity worship, which is Krishna Consciousness. That's the perfection. When I came to the temple and I saw deity, I said, oh, this is great. This is different from the one I was doing. So this is better. I had no difficulty understanding deity worship because we were fetish worshiping and idols were there. So it was what feathers and the blood of animals. But look at the deities, pure, clean, beautiful, and effulgent. So what common sense I can understand, this is better than what I've been doing. So I better go for this. So I have no difficulty understanding Krishna consciousness or deity worship. It was normal compared to a person who doesn't have anything about image at all in his mind. He will have difficulty understanding, accepting deity worship. God is not a person. That's very dangerous philosophy. But a sincere African person can understand that God must be a person. So that is our culture. shouldn't be difficult. Does it make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
All right. Any other question or comment?
Any other question? I have a question. There's a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And Jenny, there are many books like this about how people can be effective, how people can be, more independent, more reliable. So my question would be that in your practice, you've been in the Hare Krishna movement for a very long time. And I've seen that also in my own personal experience that it can be waning up and down. Sometimes it can be a burst, and sometimes it can be non-existent. And also seeing from other people also some similarities. I would like to ask, what has kept you so long, but also what have you seen to be those habits which are, the very, should I say, those devotees who we look up to, what are those habits that you saw in them that allow them to carry on in the movement, but also because Bhakti Maharaj says that, difficult opportunities provide us an opportunity to take comfort in Krishna consciousness or to become more dependent. But sometimes that can be a bit difficult, to understand that I'm in a difficult situation. Now I should be more dependent on the Lord. That's my question.
Yeah, thank you. You see, if you see someone eating and he continues to eat, means the food is tasty. If the food is not tasty, you take a bite. What is this? Who cooked this? Take it away. For someone to keep eating means that food is delicious, the food is tasty. Similarly, for someone to continue with Christian consciousness with all the heavy challenges, with heavy challenges from all directions at all times, not sometimes, all times, means that the person is getting something that is keeping. In the material world, politicians, they can do anything because there is money is involved. So that is the impetus for someone to take all kinds of risk. What is the impetus for taking risk in Krishna consciousness? It's not any material thing. It should be spiritual thing. It is spiritual thing. So it is true that it is true that. Thank you, Bafan. It is true that there is Krishna conscious juice, which is constantly available. That we hear our acharyas experiencing and explaining is not fiction. It's a reality. It is not. So it's available and we have to get there. How do we get there? What is the secret of maintaining this steadiness? Regular, strict sadhana. Regular, strict, serious sadhana. And having faith in the word of the spiritual master. We shouldn't minimize our sadhana. We should not minimize our sadhana. Neither should we minimize the word of our acharyas. The spiritual master's instruction. Every time we repeat, don't disobey, don't disobey, don't disobey the spiritual master. It is very dangerous. In one place, Prophet said it is havoc. He used the word havoc. If you disobey, it is havoc. Just like if a patient refuses to take the medicine prescribed to him or her by a doctor, it's havoc because he's going to die from the disease. So we must maintain faith in the spiritual master. And our sadhana must be regular, fixed and strong. we should take it very seriously. And always be prayerful. Always be prayerful. Communicate. Krishna is a person. And in His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj, he taught us how to communicate with Krishna by writing Krishna a letter, explaining our challenges, our difficulties, our appreciations, and begging for forgiveness for all the offenses, begging for empowerment. He taught it the process. It works. It's working for me because I try to maintain that, and it's working for me. And I'm sure if it is working for me, it will work for anyone else who follows it. And it's something that we can do ourselves. Not that we need interpreter, something to come. It's something we can do. It's not expensive to communicate with Krishna in this way. So in this way, we make Krishna personal. And then we have personal dealing with Krishna. I started my Krishna consciousness with deity worship. And I still do deity worship with my deities. So many times we speak as if it is like an insult for you, which is not. It is not. It looks like that, but it is not. The devotee is taking care of deities. The pujaris should communicate with the deities. If you are not communicating with the deities, you are not pujari. It means what? It means that is our experience with our deities. So we expect that every one of us should have the same experience with our deities, with the spiritual master, with our acharyas, communications to make it real. And when that is happening, you know that when you connect with something, whatever is happening with that person will pass through you, like a current, to pass through. So we mentioned many times that we should learn how to tune to our acharyas channel. Now we have varieties of channels, a YouTube channel and so many other channels. We should tune to our acharyas channel. If we do that, we'll see that whatever is happening with them, it will pass through. Look at the experience between Vyasadeva and Sanjay. Because he's connected with the spiritual master. Everything Vyasadeva was saying, he was saying everything completely. And this is Krishna Consciousness. This should be our experience as devotees. All right. Prabhu has his hand up since. I don't want your hand to remain hanging on that. So please ask that question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
You mentioned that grains are a sinful food. And Prabhupada once said that something about the sinful reaction for killing a plant is the same as, sort of killing an animal. So please explain also how grains are, a sinful food.
If we are not a vegetarian, we are Krishnatarian. Means that our food is first offered to Krishna before we take. So Krishna liberates all the plants and the seeds that we offer to him, that they cook and offer to him. So we are more than vegetarian. We are not vegetarians. Because we see so many animals are also vegetarian. Monkey is a vegetarian. Goat is a vegetarian. Cow is vegetarian. There are many other animals who are vegetarian. But they are not going back to Godhead. Until one take to Krishna Consciousness. So we offer our food first to Krishna. Jagya Sita Sina Santa Murtati Kilbisaha. Sava Kilbisaha. A devotee is free from all sin because he eats food which is first offered in sacrifice to Krishna. He's free from all sins. That's a devotee. We are free because Krishna takes everything. And we take Krishna's food, remnant. We don't cook food and eat. We cook food and offer to Krishna. Krishna eat first, then we take the remnant. So we have no problem. That's why devotees that make advancement, they're peaceful and they are fully protected. That's the reason why Krishna says, Sarva Dharma Parichidana, surrender to me. If you surrender to me, I'm Tom Sarva Parichidana, then I will free you from all reaction. No one can be free from sin in this material world, except and until we surrender to Krishna. Then Krishna takes responsibility in our life. So we become free. This is our license. Our license to eat. And we offer our food first to Krishna, and Krishna gives us his strength.
So then, should grains be avoided during Kartik, or should we at least try to stay away from them?
Says so when we avoid eating grains, yeah, it's part of the vows we're taking. So austerity, so that we can become more purified, easily purified, and become more closer to Krishna. The closer, the better. That is our system to keep us close to Krishna. Upanishad. To keep us very close to Krishna.
I'll definitely be trying to get closer and closer, Maharaj. Thank you for that.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right.
Thank you, Maharaj. That was the last question for today. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. We'll be moving on to the announcements again. And once again, thank you very much, Maharaj, for the enlightening class today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for giving me a chance to associate with all of you. Thank you, all of you, very much for that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. You can find His Holiness at Bhakti Dhira on Instagram. You can also find him at Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami on Facebook, Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami on YouTube, and also www.bddswami.co.com, on his website.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
So, you can kindly visit and like and share, follow WUSA social media platforms that include Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and at WUSA108. Please help us get to 1,000 followers. Please like, subscribe, please share with your friends, everyone. Thank you very much. You can also join us in the morning japa sessions from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Standard South African times. Details around the daily program will be communicated in the WUSA weekly WhatsApp group. The books are the Basics Book Club. Is a jam-packed reading and sharing of realization sessions taking place every Thursday evening via Zoom. You are more than welcome to participate and take advantage of the association regularly. Catch wisdom reading series as well. An extension of the books are the Basics Club. Live every evening on Facebook, YouTube from 7 p.m. to 7:30. Like, share, subscribe also as well. We also have our heart-to-heart Vaishnava Circle. Is happening every Friday from 6:30 to 7:30 Standard South African time with Her Grace Madhav Raj Leela, featuring various senior Vaishnavi speakers via Zoom. Visit www.wusa.online to find out more. Register for the CKC Kalyakana Poetry and Creativity Workshop now. Visit www.wusa.online on the Arts and Craft at House of Wusa page and click on the events banner to register. The Creative Krishna Conscious Content Creators Program is an international collaborative effort through Creativity Concept magazine via Creative, helping creatives network and preaching through empowerment initiatives. You're welcome to join the ongoing discussion every Wednesday as shared on the WUSA website. at www.wusa online campaigns, and also we work towards developing ideas geared towards inclusively sustainable growth. You can also visit change.org and follow the WUSA campaign titled Allow Devotees of ISKCON South Africa a Voice in Solving Existing Racial Imbalances to proper familiarize yourself with the WUSA effort. Now observing the latest development around the reconstruction of the National Council following our initial cited discussions. You are invited to join the WUSA Weekly WhatsApp group via the link www.wusa.online to receive regular activity updates and communications. Yeah, and this group is for quick communications that will not be used for spam, only admin posts only. Lastly, visit our Sunday morning inspiration page on the WUSA website and let us know what classes, talks, discussions you may be interested in having, or if you may wish to hear from a particular speaker, so we may try to serve to your satisfaction. Once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming today and taking the time out of your day to come listen to His Holiness Bhakti Damodara Swami. Really appreciate everyone. And please like, subscribe, and do join us again on Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays every day. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.